Today we're talking about TONČI Chocolates at TIC. Joining us in studio is Randy Taylor, co-owner of TONČI Chocolates, and Carlina Jules Taylor, also co-owner of TONČI Chocolates. Let's say a husband and wife duo. Good morning to both of you and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you for being with us this morning. It's a pleasure to have you. Let's get straight into the conversation, because one of the things that we see when it comes to TONČI Chocolates is that there is a deep-rooted history behind this. In fact, it's titled From Tragedy Blooms Sweet Success. Randy, can you give us the meaning of the name and some history behind the brand?
Okay, so good morning again to everyone. TONČI Chocolate started out from a situation, a tragic situation that happened to our family in 2017 with the loss of our son, our second born, and he had brain cancer, and he passed away in the 10th of October 2017. However, the only thing that brought him joy and laughter was the thought of having cocoa tea, right? So he would mention cocoa tea. And after his passing, my wife and I were home brewing our local cocoa tea, and the waft, the scent of the cocoa tea brought back our minds back to the point when he used to speak about cocoa. And we thought to ourselves, why not explore the prospect of having this experience brought to everyone that we know. And it's also a medium through which we can continue his legacy and continue his name being spoken about all the time. So that is, in a nutshell, the reason why we named this chocolate TONČI Chocolates, because it has a very significant and deep-rooted meaning to our family.
Something that is so special, and it also sounds as though it's beautiful to see you marry this memory with healing as well,
Yes.
to bring such an incredible product as well. So Carlina, let's bring you into the conversation. So Randy just shared some of the history, and of course definitely rooted in passion.
That's right.
By far. But something that also I'm assuming you're quite passionate about is the fact that you roast your cocoa in a different way. How do you do that?
Okay, and that is where it gets interesting, because cocoa, those of us in the world of chocolates and cocoa would know that cocoa could be very finicky. However, with past experience and the heritage that we have, we do the roasting on the traditional coal pot, whereas other chocolatiers would use a chocolate roaster. We use the coal pot, and it's a very new concept for some who don't have that background in that Caribbean setting. So it's very interesting, and it takes years to master. But of course, because of the heritage and the history and what I saw growing up and practice, we were able to pull that off. So that is unique, and we offer that as an experience where persons could come and, learn how to roast their cocoa beans themselves.
Now, you said it takes years to master this, but one
Yes.
thing that definitely has piqued my interest is how long the roasting process takes doing it differently.
Yes.
How long does it take?
It usually takes a little longer because you're using an open fire. So, of course, you have to monitor the temperatures. So it's not like an electronic device where you plug in temperatures and you turn your back. So you have to pay particular attention, and therefore you have to immerse yourself in the roasting process and engage all of your senses to know the length of time, because the cocoa goes through different phases. So you would have to immerse yourself in the experience, and typically it would take about 20 to even 30 minutes depending on the beans. So many variables.
And it sounds like a lot of love goes into this as
Yes.
well when you take away that electric element, and
Yes.
you're there, as you
Yes.
said, immersing yourself
Yes.
into this experience. And we've seen this experience is now enjoyed by many. And today you are at TIC. How did you become a part of this experience at TIC, and what does it mean to you, Randy?
TIC started from us venturing out of our comfort zone, and we thought to ourselves that why not partner with the THA and BDU, Business Development Unit, and we pitched the idea to them in terms of bringing our product to TIC, and they loved the the history and the story behind TONČI Chocolates. And as a result, they offered us, they gave us an interview, and again, we met their expectations, and as a result, here are we today as one of the exhibitors at TIC. It was not an easy feat. Everything that you see here is done in-house. So we did our own packaging. Everything is done by my wife here. I cannot take all the credit. She is the mastermind behind everything. I am the heavy lifter.
Very
so
good.
I go out into the field, I get the stuff, I ferment the stuff, and she takes it from there. So it's a partnership, and likewise, coming to TIC is also a partnership with Tobago House of Assembly and the Business Development Unit.
And what a beautiful story there, and hats off to you, Carlina, for doing such an incredible job as well. Let's just go back to the process with the roasting of the cocoa, and in fact the entire process, because one of the things that I learned is that you have gluten-free options, you have dairy-free options. Does any part of the process change in order to provide that to your customers?
All right, so all our products are dairy-free, gluten-free. Okay, and we use minimal processing. And I must say, we don't use any white sugar in our chocolates. We only use the demerara sugar, and we also offer options for diabetics. So we use palm sugar as well. So our milk chocolate is not really milk chocolate, it's coconut milk chocolate.
Oh.
So if you like the taste of milk chocolate and you want that milk chocolate feel, and you can't tolerate the dairy, that's no problem. We have you covered.
That is absolutely excellent. All right, now both of you have shared that this started in 2017, from grief to an incredible business, to say the least. Let's talk about, for those who are budding chocolatiers, what advice would you have for them? Randy, we'll start with you.
Oh, okay. So individuals who are interested into getting into chocolate and chocolate making is to first get rid of the stigma and the ideology which states that chocolate cannot be made in the Caribbean. It is possible. In fact, I believe that our climate is more suited for chocolate making. So one, get rid of all those limitations that you have set for yourself and dive into it. Chocolate and chocolate making is one of passion. So you must have passion. It takes time. It takes energy. It takes your whole body, your whole being trying to bring out something. And individuals who taste our, who would have tasted our chocolate would indicate that there are different notes that you pick up inside there. And an individual who wants to get into chocolate making has to be patient, has to have that level of patience to really bring out what the cocoa has in it, you know. So putting aside the stigma and patience, that is what I would tell anybody who wants to get into to cocoa and chocolate making. That is one of the first two things, and I believe Carlina might have some other things that she would add to that as well.
And don't doubt yourself. You know, we like this quote, one of our favorite quotes: our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we might win by fearing to attempt. So go out there, try. If you don't know, we are in a modern world. Information is readily available. Try. Don't doubt yourself.
Try and don't doubt yourself. Some great advice there for business and also for personal life as well. Randy, where can we see TONČI Chocolates at TIC?
Okay, so this brings us to one of my favorite points. TONČI Chocolate can be collected at RT Morshead in Tobago, and also Gun Bananas at the airport, both at the Trinidad airport and also Tobago International Airport.
Excellent. Well, Randy, Carlina, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
And thank you
Thank
for
you so
having
much
us.
for having us.
It's been our pleasure, and looking forward to seeing TONČI Chocolates continue to take the world by storm.
Thank you so much.
TONČI Chocolates is happening at TIC. You don't want to miss it, and you don't want to miss what's coming up on this edition of Tobago Thursdays. This is the Now Morning Show. We'll be right back.